Hey everyone, Stihl MS440. As you can see, got it all back together now, finally. Uh, got it fitted up with a Stihl Light 06 20-inch bar. And I'm running a Husqvarna H47 chain that's pretty much at the end of its rope. I got a bunch of bars and chains from a guy that was getting rid of a bunch of stuff that he didn't like, that were either brand new or only slightly used. This bar is basically almost brand new. I think it was used once or twice. Sorry I didn't show the first startup on camera. Did that a couple days ago. Did its first heat cycle, let it run for a while, revved it up a few times, adjusted the carb a bit. It idles good, restarts good. Yesterday was the first day I had it out in the woodpile here for run a half a tank of gas through, so not fully broken in yet. That aftermarket piston and cylinder is seems to be doing okay, but like I say, it'll be the issue of the plating and how long it's going to hold up before it eats it. I don't know. Or that crank. All the work I did in it did pay off. I've seen some other YouTube saw porters criticizing that kind of work, laughing at guys like me that on the lower transfer ports they're saying that that's a joke and doesn't do anything. And well, between doing that, texturing my intake, and cutting the skirts on the piston, it is actually now snappier than most of these Stihl 044 440s in stock form. Now, if I would have done the same amount of work on an actual stock cylinder, I would be pretty excited about it. I mean, I'm happy that it's running the way it is, but like I say, I did end up putting a lot of time and effort into, well, just putting a lot of work into that top end to try and salvage what there is there. I won't be running it every day type of thing in a logging setting, so it might last a while, who knows, or it might just all suddenly decide to flake a chunk of plating off and totally, eat itself up before you know it, or it might last quite a while. Who knows? You never know with those cheap aftermarket kits, that's the thing. They have gotten better in recent years, but that one is not. That's a pretty cheap one. It's still kind of at the bottom of the barrel type of thing, but anyways, gonna get on with it here. Like I say, compression really came up on it. That was a big improvement. The decomp actually pops out just pulling it over the first pull before it even fires, so must have pretty good compression. So let's see here what it's gonna take. I got the decomp pushed in, so yeah, see, just like that, it's already popped out, but it's got good snap. So let's see here. Oh, it's got really good compression. Okay. That barkless tamarack there, that's like petrified bone, that stuff. That is hard. Very, very tough on the chains. Knocks the edge off quick after a few cuts, but yeah, it's this thing is starting to have insane compression. Keeps building because as it's breaking in. That's what kind of has me worried about that cheap aftermarket crankshaft. If it was an all OEM bottom end, I would say as long as the cylinder plating would hold up, it would probably do quite well for quite a while. But if the compression comes up any more than it is now, that crank or those cheap crank bearings are probably going to blow out, or something's going to let go. The way it stands there now, what's going to happen is, like I say, something's going to give there, and that's probably going to be the crankshaft that's going to let go, I'm thinking, with that kind of compression, because you could see there, it's literally when I go to yank it over it, if it if you don't follow through with a lot of conviction, it literally will rip the starter handle cord out of your hands. So, and that's only after a couple of heat cycles and a little bit of cutting. I only cut maybe 10 blocks of firewood with it. So, and at a pretty rich, you know, I had to tune down. I don't have it wicked up just yet. So, throttle response, like I say, is right now by cutting the piston skirts. I lightened up that aftermarket piston, plus gave it a lot more intake duration or intake timing. So we're gonna get to cutting some firewood here for you folks here. Let's see how this thing is gonna fare here. If she's gonna manage to keep going or gonna blow on me. So. Let's see here what kind of trouble we can get into. I turned the idle down yesterday and I turned it down a little bit too much. It was idling a bit fast from whatever somebody else had it set, so we'll turn it up just a tad. But like I say, compression on this thing is getting kind of a little bit one full restart and then after better than that. Cutting it just walks its way right through, so yeah, doing pretty good. But I'm not going to push it too much harder, and it's getting bigger and bigger as we're going here. I'll save that for later. I'm just going to do some little bit lighter bucking, keep it going here. So I've also got my lower jet pretty rich yet too, so it doesn't help. It's loading up a bit on fuel and wanting to stall out, but I'm going to keep it a little on the richer side or whatever for now, like I say, just for the simple fact that it still needs to finish breaking in. So. That's what I've been checking in the last few cuts here. You noticed here I've been starting and stopping and then kind of, you know, putting a little bit of pressure on it to see if it'll, you know, if it's got the torque or the mid-range grunt or bottom end grunt to pick up and get cutting again right in the cut. It's got good torque range because obviously you can see it's I can basically load it and the chain stops in the cut and then hit the throttle and have it pick up, and you know, a lot of saws can't do that, and this one is doing it, so pretty pleased with the fact that it can do that. Anyways, overall, like I say, now it's just going to be the longevity. It's not a matter of if it's any good. We know that it runs good now. Anyways, just like to say thanks everybody for stopping by once again and checking out another one of my videos, and we'll see you all in the next one.